In the previous lecture, we used the three-step pattern to generate tests with Copilot. In this lecture, we are going to look how Copilot provides different mechanisms to make your test workflows reusable. Now, we might say that the way that we generated tests in the previous lecture was perfectly fine, but the only problem was we had to type everything out by hand. So if we follow that approach, we'll have to type everything out again for the next file. So how do we make things reusable? Copilot provides three ways that you can do that, either through prompt files, instruction files, or the agents.md file. With prompt files, this is when you invoke it. So you create a prompt file, but then you use the / and then select the command that matches the file name. With instruction files, which is not entirely explicit, but yet not entirely automatic, this is when it's auto-applied by the path. You give it an apply to glob, and this is typically the type of files that you want it to be applied for. And then if your instruction matches the apply to glob, it'll be pulled in and applied. And then finally, your fully automatic always on approach is when you codify your test generation workflows in the agents.md file. And this is loaded into every agent session. It's not going to ask you for anything. Now for prompt files, like I said, this is explicit and on demand. And with Copilot, you create a file with a .prompt.md suffix and you place it in .getup /prompts. The file name is the same as the command, so that's where it gets the name from. And then when you type / and for example, your prompt file is called gen-test.prompt.md, then you'll find / gen-tests coming up in the options to pick there. And then let's look at an example. So here is the prompt file we're going to create. Here it says generate a test suite for the source file you name. We are going to specify a source file argument. And there down there you can see when we invoke / gen-tests, we have to specify the source file. Here we say what tools is available when we execute this codified prompt. And then we say generate a complete jest unit test suite for the TypeScript source file below. And then the source file, this is the input argument. This is basically the path to the source file to test. And the example is pricing / apply tier pricing.ts. Now it will always say, look at the standing rules in agents.md. So it will first go and check there. Even if we don't have it, it's good practice to include it so that when we create it in the third step, it will find it the next time around. Then work through these steps, read the named source file and every type, helper, and error class it imports. So unlike the manual approach that we did in the previous lecture, here you only give the source file and then Copilot will go and figure out what those other files are that contains types, helpers, and error classes. And then it should map the behavior paths, happy path, edge cases, and every error condition. Test lift under tests, mirroring the source folder structure and name module.tests.ts. And then it should run npm test and report whether the tests are passing or failing and say whether it points to a bug in the test or a likely bug in the source. And like I said, to try it out there, we have the command. So let's open up our IDEs again. If you haven't done so yet, you can find the demo code downloadable in the resources section of this lecture. So under section 3, lecture 14, you'll see that we have the end and start directories again. Let's go to end first. Now the agents.md is what we'll copy last, but let's already copy this entire .getup folder. And then we can paste it under start. Now, we don't want to confuse Copilot because we have all of these lecture folders, and then we also have the end and start directories inside of the lecture folders. So here, for example, we'll have duplicate test.instruction and gen-test.prompt files when you look at end and start. So let's narrow the context by only going to open lecture 14 and start. Okay, so here we have only the start directory open, and this is a lot like it will look in your repo if you add GitHub Copilot instructions and prompts. We're going to look at our prompt file first. We'll get to instructions just now. We won't read through everything because it basically looks the same as what we saw on the slides. So let's go ahead and test it out. If we say / and look for gen tests, we'll find it. And then it wants that source file input. So you're going to say source file equals, and then pick your file. We said we are going to create tests for applied tiered pricing. So let's look for applied tiered pricing. Now, go ahead and open that up. And here at the top, you'll see the different customer tiers, standard, silver, and gold, tiered pricing result, and then the purpose of the function. If I just close the chat real quick, let's just copy that if I don't want to lose the prompt. Then you can see that the purpose is to calculate the unit price and total price for a purchase based on quantity and customer tier. Quantity being the second parameter there and customer tier the third. And it also takes in a base price. So for the discount rules, it's based on customer tiers. Standard have no discounts. Silver have a 10% off if the quantity is greater or equal than 5. And gold, 15% off when the quantity is greater or equal than 3. 20% off when the quantity is greater or equal than 10. It throws the range errors if the base price is smaller or equal than 0 and when the quantity is smaller than 1. And prices are rounded to 2 decimal places. So here we have our input checks and we have our discount rate calculations. Nothing for standard, but silver and gold have different rules like we saw. We calculate the unit and total price and we ultimately return our tiered pricing result. Now that we know what the apply tiered pricing function does, let's create tests for it. Again, you can hold down Control Alt and press I to open up your window. Fortunately, it still has our prompt there, and let's send it off. Now it has to follow the rules in gen tests, the prompt file that we've created here. Okay, so it wants to write a file under tests pricing. So it is following the rules of looking at the source structure to mimic that. And then under test pricing, we have our applied tiered pricing tests.ts file. And let's go ahead and look at this. So applied tiered pricing returns no discount for standard customers at any quantity, then the silver customers, then the gold, more gold, 2 decimal places, and the range errors. So here our agent has already run the test, 12 tests pass and 0 failures. But let's also run npm test ourselves to do a double check. And as you can see, all of our 12 tests have passed. The next mechanism that Copilot provides is the instruction file. And this is auto-applied by the path, and then the path is evaluated against an applied to glob. Here we say any.ts file. We can create tests for any.ts file. So similarly to the prompt file, this time you have a .instructions.md suffix, and this file should be placed in .getup/instructions. And this is typically how it looks. When asked to write, generate, or add unit tests for TypeScript module, prime the context. Again, infer the type, help, and error class from the imports. Map the behavior, happy paths, edge cases, each error plus its exact type. Generate jest, describe it under tests, arrange act assert, expected values computed from inputs, assert the specific error type, never a bear to throw. Run npm test and report whether failure is a bug in the test or the source. So the focus of this lecture is very much on making things reusable. You can obviously tweak these files so that your test generation quality is even higher. And then we can try it out with just a simple prompt, add unit tests for the calculate shipping costs file. This is another file that we'll look at now. So back in our IDEs, just going to make some space and close all of the files we were looking at. We are now going to focus on instructions, and there we have the apply to glob, and it's a bit more verbose, but essentially it's the same as what we saw in the slides. And then under shipping, calculate shipping costs. This is the one we're going to generate tests for. The shipping zones, we have domestic, regional, international. Then we have our shipping quote. We've got our errors. Then most importantly, the calculate shipping cost function. It is used to calculate the shipping cost for an order. So it takes in an array of order item, the total weight in kilograms, a shipping zone. Again, it's domestic, regional, or international. And then it will return a shipping quote. So first we do the input checks and throw the necessary errors, and then the calculations are done. And then the shipping quote is returned. That includes the zone, billable weight kilogram, base cost, weight cost, free shipping applied, and the total. And this is rounded to 2 decimals. Now that we know what the calculate shipping cost function does, let's generate tests for it, and then it will use our Copilot instructions to do that. Again, Control Alt and I, and then this time I'm opening up a new chat window. I'm pasting the prompt there that I got from the slides. Again, you should find a copy in the resources section of this lecture that you can download and similarly copy the prompts. So the file is calculate shipping costs, and let's send it off. And as you can see, it has now created our calculate shipping cost test.ts file. Let's keep it. And here it has already run 18 tests. So let's go ahead and have a look. Calculate shipping cost. Let me make some space. Calculate domestic shipping. Applies free shipping. Here we've got international shipping and also the errors. So I'm assuming those 18 tests are all of the tests. So let's go ahead and run the npm test command ourselves. And we will see that it has tested 2 test suites and 18 tests in total have passed. Now you've already seen the 2 mechanisms that we can use in Copilot, prompt files and instruction files. The third and last one that I want to show you is the agents.md file. In the agents.md file, you basically codify the standing rules for the project. These are basically the global rules, and then you can have rules in instructions and prompt files, like I said. So this file is not placed in the .github directory, but in the project root. So let's again go and copy the agents.md file. I'm going to open the entire lecture 14 directory. And then let's copy agents.md from there and paste it in our start directory. And then I'm going to go back to limiting the context to only the lecture 14 start. And let's open up our agents.md file. So here we have the TypeScript order processing logic tested with Jest. This file holds the standing rules GitHub Copilot applies every time it generates or modifies tests. Test generation rules, similar to what we read, and then the conventions. So let's go ahead and open up our chat window. If the shortcut doesn't work on your operating system, you can always go to View and Chat. So this will definitely be different for Mac OS, for example. And then what we're going to do now is let's just close it so that it doesn't force it to read from there. And then let's copy this prompt. What conventions are you following when you write tests in the project? Which file or files are you looking at for test generation rules? And as you can see, it lists the conventions and it is saying that it looks in agents.md, and then after that also in the test.instructions.md file. So now you understand the different ways that you can make your test generation workflows reusable in Copilot.